They say that every stone in Fort Jesus holds a secret, a story, a soul, but there's one secret they don't put in the history books. Deep within its coral block walls, an entire garrison of Portuguese soldiers is said to still stand guard. Not in flesh, but in spirit. They march along the ramparts at midnight, their spectral armor glinting under a moon that set centuries ago. This isn't just a local legend, Seeker. It's a truth whispered by the very guards who lock the gates today. I am Ghost King, and tonight, Seeker, I take you into a forgotten truth. We need to talk about the sounds. Guards near the main gate after sunset report a rhythmic marching. Not one or two footsteps, dozens of boots on stone. They rush to the source. The courtyard is utterly empty. He radioed for backup, met only with silence and the chilling realization he was the only living soul on patrol. They feel the cold spots. They hear the phantom footsteps. Visitors report faint, sorrowful whispers in Portuguese. Visitors report faint, sorrowful whispers in Arabic. A tourist fled in terror, leaving her camera on the stone floor. People are overcome with sudden waves of sadness in the former slave quarters. Tears well up for no reason. These are residual hauntings, imprints replaying trauma repeatedly, whispers that call out names, footsteps that seem to follow you down a deserted hall. That's a consciousness reaching across time. To understand the depth of the haunting, you must understand the bloodshed. For nearly 3 years, from 1696 to 1698, Fort Jesus was the site of one of the most brutal sieges in history. Omani forces laid waste to the Portuguese garrison, and the fort became a living tomb. Starvation, disease, relentless cannon fire were a daily reality. The spirits of the Omani soldiers are just as present as the Portuguese they fought. Shadowy figures move along the upper battlements, often described as wearing turbans and carrying scimitars. He shone his flashlight up, and for a split second the figure was solid, detailed, and undeniably real. A group of students on a night tour claimed to hear the sounds of clashing swords, guttural war cries emanating from an empty courtyard. Their guide captured clear electronic voice phenomena. When analyzed, the recordings revealed faint, distorted phrases in what experts identified as archaic Arabic, words translating to death and betrayal. Now, Seeker, for the story I promised you. It is the story of the woman in white. Legend says she was a Portuguese noblewoman who, upon learning of her husband's death during the Omani siege, threw herself from the highest rampart into the churning ocean below. But her story is intertwined with another, even more terrifying location within the fort, the well. They lowered a sensitive microphone deep into the well, and what they captured was horrifying. Beyond the expected echoes and dripping water, they recorded what sounded unmistakably like human voices crying for help in Portuguese. But the most chilling moment came when a single, clear female voice sobbed a name, Antonio. If you reach this far, Seeker, I know you crave truth, and I promise the next story will haunt you. Why do these spirits remain? It's not just about unfinished business or tragic deaths. The hauntings of Fort Jesus are a living testament to human history, a library of emotion written into the very fabric of the place. Believing in these ghosts is a way of honoring the people who lived and died here. I've shown you the door. Have the courage to step through it. Listen to the silence, feel the energy. Seek out the forgotten truths for yourself. So be sure to subscribe to my channel, Seeker, because this is where you uncover the forgotten truths of your African heritage, turning your doubts into belief with every eerie tale. And if you are the one, Seeker, still watching till the very end, watch more of my videos. I drop new stories every week, so don't miss the next forgotten truth. This is Ghost King signing off.